protocols, wide open. Let's just let them in here. And, yeah, it's not going to be good. But I do believe that they've got it with a higher survivability rate. If you look at Africa, it would appear, based off the number that got it and died, that it's actually better than a 90% survivability
That's
rate.
fine, Ed. But back to your point about getting liberty back on track. Go ahead. What were your 4 points?
First, federalize the Fed. Actually federalize it.
Yep.
We need to privatize the Board of Education, because I believe that education is most basic. Without education, we can't see through the curtain.
I get privatizing it. The problem is the globalists are already waiting to privatize it themselves as the answer to what they did to education. But go ahead.
Oh, that's just not good. Okay, and then obviously we have to abolish the NDAA and Obamacare.
Yes. Obamacare is meant to kill our economy. That's why it's all in the news today that our economy is in absolute shambles. That was the plan. Good to hear from you. Oliver in Texas, you're on the air.
Oh, my God. Alex, how are you?
I'm good, brother. Go ahead.
First of all, I've been listening to you for over 10 years. I'm from New York originally. I was there for 9/11, which was not a good place to be. And you do great work.
Thank you, sir.
Get it?
Yes, I am. Go ahead. What's your take on Ebola?
All right, I'm in Fort Worth now. Okay, so I'm close to where it is.
Yes.
I'm not right next door to it, but I'm close. And any other politician or president would take this as an opportunity, with all the money that they have, which is not their money, it's our money, but they would bankroll everything to make them look good. He's doing exactly the opposite.
And letting his whole party turn against him. Yeah, what's behind that? He has a job. Bring down the country.
Exactly. It's like, he has a 19% or 11% approval rate. It's like you could boost it to 50% immediately.
So what do you think's behind it? What do you think's behind it?
It's kind of scary because there is no sense behind it.
Exactly.
Obviously, he wants it to spread because a normal, and I hate politicians as much as you do probably, a normal politician would take this opportunity to make himself look good. But he's not doing that. He's doing the exact opposite. All he has to do is do crazy stuff.
Exactly, and that tells you they are out of control, and it shows they got something even bigger planned that's so horrible this won't even matter. They're an enemy trying to bring the country down. I just keep explaining that because they think the media is so controlled that they'll pose as saviors on the crises they created to consolidate power. That's how they operate. Only their operations are allowed to operate. We're going to come back and talk to Joseph, John, Alan, Gina, and others. We are taking your phone calls, going through one call after another. And coming up at the bottom of the hour, our intrepid reporter went down to the state capitol and has the head of the state health department saying there's no risk, close quote, that Ebola could spread from patient zero, even though someone in a hospital brought in out of Liberia, was it Sierra Leone, in Madrid, Spain, has spread it. That is simply amazing. We're going to be taking your phone calls. Then there's some of this news I'm going to get to. Obama, there's a sense the world is spinning so fast nobody's able to control it. In this election, Obama's party benches him. That's right. Blame the last puppet for their whole agenda. No, they're the ones behind it. Loyal Panetta defends his criticism of Obama. Jimmy Carter, President Obama blew it on ISIL. See, now they're trying to say, oh, it was a mistake. We should have dealt with them. No, you armed them. See, the whitewash is ongoing because this woke up the military. Confidence in Obama on economy hits new low in a new poll. Hillary's Hispanic problem. Immigration activist recruit Gutierrez had challenged Clinton 2016 as she declares she's pro-gun and wants to control the borders. That is all total theater, totally staged with Gutierrez. I mean, just total theater. I like Hillary, liberal. You better vote for her, Alex, you darn commie. What are you, against women? You're like that sexist. Kissing a woman is sexual assault. That was in the news today, that the famous photo of the sailor kissing the nurse getting off the ship after victory against Japan. They're now saying that's rape. No, they teach on the colleges, sex, period, by a male is rape. Men are inherently evil. No, humans have been inherently predators, ladies and gentlemen. And women can be predators as well, but sex between a man and a woman is a beautiful thing when it's consenting. And I know that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but you're right. 2 + 2 = 5. And Rachel Maddow, she sets all the parameters. She says it's bad, so it is. We're not in a cult or anything here where a man kissing a woman's evil. Where a man taking a woman who wants it is evil. I mean, let me tell you, that's what women are looking for. There's all these guys raised by the liberal trendiness system, and maybe they got a girlfriend that keeps them like a pet, that pats them on the head like their pet cat or dog, but they always get rid of them. Let me tell you, men, what women want. They want a confident, smart, informed, involved man, even if they don't know it, who will conquer them. That's what women want. They want to be conquered, not in a bad way. Truth is, when you conquer them, they conquer you. The species isn't complete without the man and the woman. I absolutely love women, want them to succeed. I'm not in competition with women. I know what women want, though, even if this culture hasn't taught women what they want, so they're at historic, all-time, unsatisfied, unhappy. Especially by the time they hit 45. They chase that whole Esquire magazine, Vanity Fair. Oh, what's the big women's magazine that they follow every word of it? What's the big one? The big woman's Cosmopolitan. That is all CIA written, declassified to wreck you and wreck your life and make you alone, and the state is your man. And don't worry, he isn't going to lovingly conquer you and take care of you, and you take care of him. He's going to slap you upside the head and knock your teeth out and pimp you out good and then euthanize you when he's done with you, baby. You're going to say, baby, I did everything. I brought you 100% of the money and you won't even give me food to eat. And he's going to backhand you and say, shut up. Going to raise those taxes on you. Going to give you those deadly Gardasil shots, and you're going to thank him. You want a man? You got a man. It's called the state. People don't believe me. Pull up that video. I mean, this is in mainstream news, and they're actually with a straight face. I meant to cover this. It's in my email. I never gave it to one of the writers. Will you go in there? It's from Sunday, or maybe Saturday, when I had it sent to my email from one of my friends that had it. Yoga studios all over Austin aren't allowed. They tell people, don't dress like Indian stuff, and we probably can't sell Indian stuff in our gift shops, and we can't have India parties. That's like saying if somebody's into karate and they want to wear a karate outfit, you're anti-Japanese. It's that mentally ill. Where I heard the 2 guys a few years ago at Barton Springs, 3 guys, but they go, let's go get Chinese food. 2 were Hispanic, 1 was white. And one of the Hispanic ones goes, man, don't say that. It's racist. And they weren't joking. Oh, the words are racist. Talking is racist. See, you eat the school lunch the government says. You follow what they do. You only say what they say. Whatever the new propaganda is, then you're safe. But you don't dress like a geisha girl or a cowboy or an Indian or an Eskimo. See, because at this one yoga studio, and they mentioned in the email, someone came to the party last year at Halloween dressed as an Eskimo, and people thought that was racist. Really, I mean, I dress like a pirate. I dress like, I could dress like Kim Jong-un. It's not against Asians. Thinking about going to a party this year dressed as Kim Jong-un, just to have fun. No, that's anti-Asian. See, anything you do is to be labeled that so you can be demonized and put into guilt and do what they say. You ever put that article on screen about victory over Japan, man kissing woman banned? There it is. Yeah. Feminist group calls statue of famous VJ Day kiss sexual assault. And they don't just do that to get attention. You're like, oh, those are cranks or kooks. No. That's what's taught, folks. It's being announced all over the country that they're not going to call it boys and girls room. See, You're not allowed to have your identity as a male or as a female. You're not allowed to say, you know what? I like 50s dresses. I like fast cars. I like John Wayne. I like Marilyn Monroe. You can like whatever you want. Quite frankly, I don't even care. But don't tell me to adopt whatever you want. You're not going to run my life. Nebraska school bans terms boys and girls, train teachers to avoid gender expressions. In 1984, you got to watch the face. Men shouldn't stick their chest out or put their hands on their hips. No. Oh, it's all, you don't learn how to read and write. You learn how to keep your face right. See, now it's down to how you look. See, remember Seattle 2 years ago? Cities are banned from having brown bags. They put down brown people. Brown bags have just always been the inexpensive paper. Never had any, butcher paper, never had anything to do with brown people. I've got brown skin. Thank God I got enough Native American to get a good tan. I think it looks good. The point is, my skin ain't brown, folks, because I don't like brown people. It's brown because I like the sun. And it has nothing to do. If I got a brown truck, my dad had a Ford Bronco that was brown when I was a kid. Boy, I love that truck. Did my dad buy that brown car because he was a racist? See, this is all about the real collectivism, the real discrimination, the globalists taking over our society, bringing in Ebola, totally open borders, everything just going haywire, all the economy shutting down, just tons of news on that. I don't have to tell you, you're seeing it happen. And they're saying at the yoga studios all over Austin, I'm going to give this email today to the guys having write a story about it. It actually says with a straight face, so that there's never a problem, we're just banning the 5th annual Halloween party, costume party, because something might be offensive. And then we asked around, and all over they're banning Halloween parties. I know you say Halloween's occultic, whatever. Dressing up like cowboys, whatever. The point is it's people's right to do it. Because the Democrats that have colonized Austin out of California mainly, that's who they are. Nothing against California except for your people. They've ruined their state, don't know why, they're here. They literally get up and denounce nothing. Because of last year, they said, okay, it'll be an India-style party. Like a toga party where you dress up like Greeks, for colleges is where it comes from. No, that's against the Greeks. Can't have that. Can't have a fiesta party at your fraternity because that's racist. Really, I thought enchiladas were good, and it was fun to drink tequila and wear sombreros. By the way, the Hispanic clubs are banning fiestas. Fiesta just means party, folks. This is the cult Jim Jones on PCP level garbage. I guess I'm racist if I like to go out to a Mexican food restaurant and like mariachi bands. I like mariachi bands, folks, at a Mexican food restaurant. They come over and I have them play Roo-Coo-Coo. And you know why? It's because I'm racist. Just like I'm racist against high mountain, organic, volcanically grown Chiapas coffee. It's because I'm racist. By the way, you notice coffee's brown, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. So that's what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the banks are robbing us. They're tax exempt. That's discrimination. The country's collapsing. We're all being discriminated against by the New World Order, by Obamacare. Veterans are on secret death panel list. It's all admitted now. But my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Last year, people got offended by Halloween costumes. This year, at the yoga studio, it is only going to be, I just can't believe this. I've got the long email. This year, it'll only be India style because, yoga's from India. Oh, great, it'll be fun. We'll have dancing. Sorry, can't have that. And then now there's talk of Oktoberfest being bad. That puts down Germans. So German towns can't have tourists come in and have fun and drink beer and eat Wiener Schnitzel and dance. I went out to Fredericksburg this weekend. My gosh, folks, I even wore a green German hat and had fun, danced around. And you know why I did it, of course. It was because I'm against Germans. I'm against those Kraut bastards. By the way, I'm about half Kraut. And the reason I said Kraut bastards is we need to get unpolitically correct to counter all this. That's the antidote to this garbage of this mind control cult garbage. We're going to keep costume parties. We're going to keep Oktoberfest. Okay, I went off on that political correctness jag. Listen, they know it's over the top. It's about mind control. It's about a bunch of control freaks telling you how to talk, telling you how to think, telling you what to say, And now businesses, colleges, high schools are banning any type of costume party, saying it's offensive. That's banning free speech. It's a cult. And in Europe, they're banning free speech, saying if it hurts someone else's feelings. Michael Savage can't even go to England because he criticizes radical Islam. Whether you agree with that or disagree, there should be free speech. Joseph in New Mexico, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
First of all, I want to comment on you and the interview. Two heavyweights of freedom comparing notes. Great radio. Awesome job. And also, I know that everybody likes to tell you God bless you for what you're doing and everything like that. But you know what? I'm going to thank your mom and your dad for having you. Thank them both, because this world would be empty without an Alex Jones and a Michael Savage, and just thank them for me.
Well, I want to thank you, brother, but this Ebola is a great example of why I don't want to be thanked. We could all get Ebola. Our kids could all get this South American nervous system disease and the vaccine garbage and the rest of it. We're all in this together. I mean, I went to the doctor the other day to have my Achilles looked at, and the clinic next to it, they had a bunch of autistic kids, and I personally felt assaulted by their pain and their minds being wiped and what their parents were going through. I wasn't annoyed by all of their little chirpings and things I thought were cute, actually, but I imagine the 500 millionth time I wouldn't be of the poor parents. It made me so angry the globalists know what they're doing. And it's not that I'm some goody two-shoe. I have self-preservation at heart. I have an instinct that if somebody walks up and punches me in the nose, I'm going to fight back. The globalists are attacking us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you know what? The powers that should not be. They honestly, they don't care. But the reason that I'm calling you today, Alex, is that I was listening to the George Norrie Coast to Coast. This was Monday night.
Another great guy.
Excuse me?
Another great guy.
Oh, yes. I
think I'm on his show next week.
Exactly. But anyway, he had quoted, let me see, I wrote it down here, Israeli source that said that this guy Duncan from Texas had died.
Yeah, that Israeli source might have been right, and they probably covered it up. I told my reporters not to go with that, even though it was a real Israeli newspaper. We killed that story yesterday morning. And then, sure enough, they say he died today. You know what? I bet he died yesterday. I bet they are covering up.
You're exactly right. And well, you know what? Mr. Norrie, he couldn't confirm it or anything like that. But I found it strange that that yesterday, I don't know if it was his brother or somebody. They said that he had a high fever, but he was on dialysis and everything like that. Everything seemed to be okay. But you know what? I don't trust these people. And.
We don't even know if Ebola's really spreading. It could be a simulant, but we know it's in Africa. Why would they bring people in who have it to spread it in hospitals? It's now spread in Spain out of somebody they brought in the country. Exactly what I said a month and a half ago would happen, and the national media said I was what? A fearmonger. Because when you say 2 + 2 = 4, you are a fearmonger. When you say raising the debt limit doesn't raise the debt, 2 + 2 = 5,000, you are normal. When you try to ban costume parties, you're not an authoritarian control freak dirtbag. Beyond Nazi Germany, you're loving and liberal. We've got to do everything that Rachel Maddow says. I mean, what a joke. A bunch of redcoats like Piers Morgan and Mr. Maddow lecturing us. Shut up! Shut up! Stop telling me what to do, you authoritarian, anti-liberal piece of garbage! You people are not liberals! Thomas Jefferson was a liberal. George Washington was a conservative. That's what they look like, not what you say you are. You are fascist scum. Excuse me. Anything else, caller?
Well, I like what you say there. When you're saying that, you're talking about these people, that we have.
They're authoritarians preying on us. They have bad will. They're flaming crooks. They're flaming liars. They're flaming scum. They have bad intent, bad will, bad. Like Jeffrey Dahmer. They're bad. They're bad. They're bad. That's it. They're evil. That's why they do stuff that doesn't make sense, because they want to crap all over everything. They want to crap over everything. They're a bunch of scum, deviant, mentally ill, devil-worshipping turds. Excuse me. I want to apologize. I have a lot of great affiliates and family shows. I don't normally get like this, but they're letting Ebola in. They're aborting 54 million babies. They do whatever they want, and I'm sick of it. And you know what? It's a sin for me to go wild and do that. I apologize. But it's a lot bigger sin to not stop the abortion. So get the beam out of your eye before you get the speck out of mine. We'll be right back. Stay with us.